Alright, so welcome back to another scenario of what if civilization started over, pretty much. Or, as I call it, Shrimpmap, because why not? And, in the last episode we saw the Treaty of World War One, and a lot has changed, mostly the Russian order, collapsing, and Russia being pushed over, and the Mongol Empire returning, with the Circle team also reforming, but under the Red Team's Iron Fist, as these countries can't leave no matter what they do, or try. So, yeah. And also, we saw this in the episode before that, so this map is being filled in pretty quickly, and we're gonna be seeing that continue, as let's just jump straight into this scenario. As the first thing that's gonna be happening is explorers coming across New Zealand. As no one thought there would be more land out here, it's just they're trying to explore more of the bottom areas of the map. And Antarctica has been explored and been walked through, so we can just do a quick little thing like this to show the waters, as the coast of it has been mostly explored, as this whole area has. It's just the coast, not inland at all. It's just the waters, pretty much. They know it exists, but no one has stepped foot. And yeah, we see massive naval areas being explored, and New Zealand being discovered. As let me just fix this, as more of these areas would be explored by now. And around this point, this Indian nation has told China and Korea that there's a continent out east. I'm not very good at my directions. I know this is south, this is north, and I think this is west. Yeah, I think that's what happened. But since these two are very close economically and just they fought a war together, they're going to send joint explorations out into this area of unknown, as with hundreds of ships flowing into this area, we're going to be seeing them wrap around the world and discover Hawaii. Around this point, they meet up with Indian ships, as they also help exploring. I don't know, we're just gonna go with this because my mouse accidentally flicked. But yeah, as we see them keep pushing until they reach Baja California, and all of this area is rapidly explored, as they even explore up the coast. And since why not, we're just gonna get rid of that. And every single day, more and more ships get closer and closer to the coast of South America, until this. As South America is pretty much explored, it's just no one wants to step foot, because they see the terrible terrain up here. But we're going to be seeing the red team doing something. Whoa. But yeah, what the red team is going to be doing is they're going to go on an operation. As since they just gained land down here, we see them flooding into this area, as they want this port and just all of these areas, because why not? As red team forces flood into the blue team, and the blue team is extraordinarily weak compared to the red team. And the nation that has been here since episode 1 falls in a small war that is just the red team wanting to become a colonial empire. That is sad. But no, just later in the series, they'll have a bigger role, and they might take the red team's place. Big spoilers, but that's for episode 50. And, the red team sails out as they decide to explore this quote-unquote South America. As they make a naval landing right here, and this is technically the start of their colonial age, but I guess you can say this was, but they were still focusing on their mainland instead of focusing down here, while now they're focusing over here, as they see massive economic benefit being this close to Europe, or just like if there's a point where Africa and this continent get close, they can rule over it, cutting off European trade and forcing them to go through the red team, or pay the massive tax down here, as the red team says that going through their land is cheaper, but they will have to go through massive cities, which every city will tax them. So, yeah, it's either they're gonna get taxed, or they're gonna get taxed more. So the red team really tries to explore north to see if there's a part where Africa and this continent get close or meet. And when they get around here, they send a voyage, they find these 3 islands, and then they're like, this is close enough. So they make their first permanent settlement right here. Then they make a more important one down here, just for the permanent populations. And this one is for trade dominance. They also get this area, which they call the Gold Coast, as the red team has formed a decent colonial empire. But coming over here, we're going to be seeing 2 massive events. First of all, Kamchatka falling into a major civil war. Oh, the color's too close. Yeah, there we go. That's more of a fitting color. As East Kamchatka breaks away, with some rebels over here and over here as well. This is because of the ethnic differences. They're pretty much the same people. It's just they have different beliefs. I mean, yeah, they are the same religion, but down here, these people like it. It's just the ethnicity is like these people that are breaking away are more close to, like, I guess China. Well, these are closer to Japan, but it's the same thing. It's just people, they just have different beliefs. And this island gets invaded, which starts the first Kamchatkan Civil War. As very rapidly, the rebels begin to gain some storm, but the Kamchatkans are able to knock out these 2 rebellions, making this war a little more complicated, as they make a push right here, but Kamchatka decides to keep fighting, as it's just a very hard battle for them to win. But coming down here, we see another rebellion, and it's these 2 islands. They declare independence, and they launch an attack up here, wanting to unite this religion in Kamchatka, but they're surprisingly very strong, as they're able to do said thing in their occupation zones. As they take this, and these 2 decide to come to an agreement, and this one unites the religion, so they all come to an agreement. So let's take a look at this treaty. As this country down here is able to unite the southern religion, this nation is happy with this land. Is just very ugly borders, as the ethnicities pretty much both get what they want, and there shouldn't be any more wars in this area for a while. But anything can happen, as anything is possible. As it is all up to me, because YouTube won't let people comment. I've been complaining about that ever since I started YouTube. Anyways, let's take a look at the capitals. This country's capital is going to be put on their main island. This country's capital, right there. And yeah, that's it. But moving over a little bit, we're going to be taking a look at Mongolia. They just won World War I, and they are happy about that. But one thing they're not happy about is that is that this economic alliance is beginning to gain influence over this nation. But Mongolia really wants that nation to join their economy or their population. Oh yeah, and I'll update this later, but no. But they want this nation to join them, but this nation wants to join them. So what they decide to do is launch an attack on this nation so they can get borders with China and Korea to threaten them. Golly. But rapidly, Mongolian forces flood into this green team, and they're not able to slow down. Their entire history, they have been very fast invaders, and nothing has changed. But when they reach these borders, the people want more. They want them to invade further, as the people are weird like that. They just want them to invade further, to quote-unquote show them a lesson. But Mongolia knows if they go after China, they might be cooked. So they tell the people one more small attack, actually just one more attack, and then that's it. But after this attack, the Chinese are rapidly like, no, you can't do this. As they launch a re-liberation campaign on this nation with the help of Korea. As Mongolia rapidly gets pushed back, as Korea and China are a little too strong. But the last event is going to be coming over here, as these two are going to be falling into a war. As this yellow team really wants the slightly more populated area of over here, even though them and this nation have more population than this nation. No one knows. I mean, that's what they say is their purpose, but they just want to do something. Their people have not tasted blood in years. So yeah. But Sweden goes in and says, hey, if you don't stop the war, remember, we have an iron fist over all this area after we defeated Scotland. So continue and you're dead. But guess what? They continue. So the Swedish go in, clean this area up, and since the green team was such a good boy and didn't attack, they get some land right here. What? Oh, right there. As they get all of this land, and that yellowish beige team gets a new color, because you know the drill. But that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, you should probably like and subscribe. I mean, I'm not forcing you to, but it would be greatly appreciated. And in the next episode, we'll be finally beginning to see the colonization in Africa. But we're not done with Europe. We need to see the European powers that are going to colonize. So, next episode is going to be focused on Europe. The episode after that is going to be focused on the Americas. Like this episode was kind of focused on Asia. And it's just going to go from Europe, America, Africa, Asia, Oceania, South America, Europe. It's just, and then the Middle East. It's just going to go back and forth, back and forth. But anyways, have a wonderful day.